Hey guys, recently for Christmas, I had Christmas here in Japan, and while it was a little bit depressing and sad to not be able to visit my family for the holidays, instead we went to Nara. We got to see some really cute deer roaming about in the wild. You can pet them, you can feed them, appropriate foods that you can buy. There's vendors there. It only costs about like 500 yen for a stack of the biscuits, and they will follow you, they will eat from your hand. It's just, anyone that's ever, that wants to visit Japan should definitely make a stop in Nara, especially if you're in Osaka. You can get to Nara in about a little bit under an hour, like 40 minutes or so by train. The gift shops in Nara kill me. They kill me, they kill me, they slay me, they destroy me. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very obsessed with deer. Actually, my friend, she works at a secondhand thrift shop. Used clothing, some of it is vintage, figurines, anime stuff, video games, toys, and she works on the floor that has the toys, and she's kind of in charge of like all the retro vintage stuff. And recently, because she works here, she has access to all the new vintage merchandise that comes into the store, and she got me into this brand called Sweet Bambi, which I'm very obsessed with. Anytime you try to look up this brand, you're not going to find anything online. You're not going to find merchandise really, and if you do, it's pretty rare and it might be sort of expensive. But somehow she got access to some early 2000s little Bambi keychain. So anyway, well, first of all, let me just show you my setup on my phone. So I always use a clear case because that gives me the opportunity to switch it up every month. I usually switch it up every like 4 months. I use clippings, I make my own little collage arrangement. So these are some actresses that I really love. And I'm a trinket obsessive, okay? I love keychains, I love trinkets. I always switch it up because I have so many keychains, and this video is very trinket related. So if you're into that, this is 100% relevant to you. But anyway, just so you can get a good idea, this is what I currently have right now, just 3. Pink kind of goes with my current collage case. I have this clear Kirby, you can focus. Thank you. And I have the Sweet Bambi that my friend got me into. And they're so cute. And I will intersplice this with shots of these up close. But that is that. And they're so cute. And of course, I always have this on my phone, but my cross. My little cross, which, dun, 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 like a pocket knife. In case I'm in a dangerous situation, for my protection. You never know in life. It's good to be prepared no matter what. Also, I'm always, for some reason, when I'm out and about, I always need like scissors, or I need to like, if I want to cut flowers in the field or something, I need something to cut them with, and this helps. I mean, it's very practical. Every woman should carry one. Oh, and by the way, I'm obsessed with watching what's in my bag videos. I will spend hours watching what's in my bag videos. I think a lot can be said about a person, about what's in their bag, what's on their vanity, how they decorate the room, etc. And I'm so obsessed with these videos. If anybody wants to see a video of what's in my bag, please let me know. So I don't know if that would interest anyone, but I would love to make one. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Sweet Bambi. Deer, fawns, cute, miniature, cute design. If you go to Nara and you go to their gift shops, it's cash only. I don't know in the future if it will change, but right now it's cash only. So bring a lot of yen with you because you may spend, especially if you're obsessed with these sort of things like I am. Also bring extra cash because you may want to get some for friends and family. I already bought duplicates of many of these keychains because I'm going to be giving them to my friends. 400 yen there, 300 yen there, 500 yen there. That stuff adds up, especially when you're buying a lot of them. Also, as you know, candle girl that I am, I've been lighting candles. I'm currently doing a tally of all the candles I've burned so far in the winter. Of course, nobody asked for this, but this is something that I'm just kind of curious. How many candles have I burned in a given season? And I'm keeping that tally, although I'm really disappointed because, well, and sad because the beeswax candles that I get them from this lady from Ukraine. And the reason why I purchased hers is because she's a small business. All her products are 100% beeswax, which I'm all about beeswax. As you know, I hate paraffin. Beeswax is better. The flame is brighter. The flame is rich. It's cleaner. It benefits bees. It benefits production of honey and like these small businesses that are trying to keep that alive. It's just an all-around win, you know? Anyway, this one seller on Etsy that I buy them from, she no longer, shipping has increased, and she used to do a thing where she would do free shipping to Japan, and now the shipping is almost just as expensive as the actual product itself. So unfortunately I can only get candles from this seller. For the mood of the video, I'm going to be lighting this up. And recently I went to Muji. I got this sparkling strawberry drink. The color attracted me. I love strawberries and I love fizzy, any kind of drink. So I'm gonna be drinking this. That's why it's good to have this, because I don't know where my scissors are at. So see, I'm gonna save this for my collages and I'll explain all about that later. All right, there it is. All right. Got my beautiful Showa era cup. I bought this at a glass shop that sells like dead stock stuff from like the 80s. And I mean, I love that shape. So it's fizzy. Ooh, it's so nice and fizzy. Look at that color. I love it. By the way, I've never had this before. We stan Muji, you know? But they make great stationery, incredible pens. But anyway, highly recommend. I'm probably gonna drink it all. Not alcoholic, by the way. It's just a sparkling, fizzy, sweet drink. Back to the actual point of this video. First things first, I got a cute little file folder. And by the way, I'm wearing this because my hair right now is so greasy that like I just didn't even want to deal with it. Anyway, so I found this file folder which spoke to me on a spiritual level, because those that kind of grew up during the early days of the internet, like around my age group, please let me know if I'm correct in thinking this, but when I saw this, I mean, first of all, look at it. Okay, listen, as a child of the early 2000s, there was a time around 2003 to 2006 where graphic sites, like cute pixel graphic sites, were like at the apex, like the all-time high in terms of its popularity. They're usually like design websites where creators would, well, first of all, they're personal sites, so beautiful layouts, gorgeous presentation, super cute presentation. And I used to obsessively frequent the fan listings. You could be an affiliate. You would do these things called adoptables, where it's just like somebody who made a cute little character from their favorite anime show or their own personal creation, and they would call them adoptables. And you would go to these sites, save it, add it to your tab where you had your adoptables. You would create and share these adoptables and these little cute little pixels. I mean, it could be anything. It'd be fruit, an animal, literally anything under the sun. And I used to make my own adoptables on MS Paint. At the time, a lot of the hosts of these websites were like teenage girls at the time, which, by the way, incredible. And I often wonder, what these girls are doing now. You know, like have they gone into creative pursuits? Have they gone into creative fields? Do they still think about their influence? But anyway, I'm going to include some images from real websites from this era. I've gathered these from the Wayback Machine Internet Archive, and a lot of these I used to frequent. So it's very nostalgic, and it was a very beautiful formative time in my life, and personal sites were just, it's not the same like it is. I mean, it just will never be the same. It was a true form of expression and individuality. You're not bound by media platforms, like the only 3 or 4 that we have, and there was no data collected. I mean, it's not this nefarious, evil thing, entity. We'll never go back to that, unfortunately. It is fun to reminisce. This reminds me of that era. I think those kinds of graphic sites started to die down like around 2007 and 2008, because I've noticed that's like when all those websites, like they became like 404s or just like no longer active, because in those days you had to buy domains. And of course, like I said, a lot of these hosts were preteens, teenagers, young women at the time, probably starting college. So it's not like they could afford keeping up with paying every single year. And also you had to pay for like megabytes. You had to pay for space to post pictures and things like that, or your banner or whatever. Maybe with NeoCities, that's kind of like the closest thing we have to it. But like NeoCities is just more of like an imitation as opposed to, and I'm not hating on it or anything, but I'm just saying like, it's just, you can recreate the aesthetics of an era long gone, but it's just not the same. But anyway, this reminds me of that. And when I saw this, the 11-year-old in me, the 10-year-old in me, like got excited, you know? Cute little file folder made out of plastic. So it's resilient. All right, so next item I got. So any prefecture you go to, any city, any town, any train station, any even shops, any brand, anything, there will always be a Hello Kitty product. It's just the way it is here. And of course, they had a Hello Kitty X Nara towel. I have quite a few of these. I have one from Takayama, I have one from Osaka, I have one Okinawa. I have many of these, and I do use them. This one is like probably one of the cuter ones that I have. But yeah, this is a hand towel, and hand towels are necessary here, especially during the summer when it gets so hot and humid that it is so unbearable that you will have beads of sweat coming down from the side of your face. So when that happens, you grab one of these from your purse. Everybody has a hand towel in their purse. Men have their hand towels in their bags. I mean, everyone carries one during the summer. That is a fact. So of course, why not have a super cute one? I'm just so obsessed with this. So, all right, so now we're gonna get to the trinket part of the video. My favorite part. I may have gone a little ham, and this is not even the extent of it because I bought multiples, duplicates of some of these for friends. I'm just gonna get right into it. First things first, these keychains. This one comes with pink and a blue one. You get 2 in 1, and it has this cute little bell, and I'm so obsessed. And then this one with the same kind of deer design, this cute bead, and with the charm that says Nara on it. There we go. See? Next keychain I'm going to show you, kind of like Sanrio. Kewpie is like the second most used character that will have a ton of collaborative products on the market here. And they're obsessed with Kewpie, which Kewpie display thing on my little table, and I will show it to you after this video. But they made a Kewpie Nara version. Kewpie is a little deer. The collector in me does not want to open these. The collector in me does not want to use them, because the thing is that like for keychains and things, I specifically only use clear keychains, because clear plastic keychains, Do not scratch a keychain that uses enamel or paint. In use, it will be scratched up and the paint will wear off. I've had this happen to me hundreds of times at this point. I only use clear for practical use. I throw my phone in my bag, it scratches against things, da 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 da. Stuff like this, where there's like paint and like it's like a form of enamel, this will come off with a ton of use. So you have to be very careful. Set of keychains I'm going to show I can use for my phone or for my bag, because they are clear and these will be safe and maintain its, you know, integrity, I guess. But these are so cute. You get a set of 3. So if you go to Nara and you go to the gift shop, there's multiple gift shops and they all essentially sell the same type of things. So you should go to all of them anyway, just because, you know. But if you get sets like these, if you have family members, I mean, you have already gifts for them, you know. Oh, by the way, it's a nice little strawberry bag, paper bag. Like I was saying earlier about this, I save all cute packaging, paper wrappers, certain receipts that have like a really nice logo or something from the shop. Literally anything I've saved. If anybody, you might recognize this. Anything that's like visually striking, I will save it and I will use it for my collages. Every year I buy a moleskin and I fill it up, and then the next year I buy a new one. Da, da, da. This is a current one that I have right now. Realistically, since like 2008, keeping them in a moleskin, I've been doing that since 2012 or something, 2011. It's like a visual diary. I like to just kind of catalog the things I'm into, my life, the movies I watched. Also include self-portrait. What I do, I save everything. A lot of this stuff comes from old, like Playboys from like the 70s. I like to recontextualize it into something that's not sleazy and gross, and something more classy and romantic. Also from like vintage magazines, children's illustration books that are falling apart, things I find on the ground. I mean, literally anything I will use. Unfortunately, I did not finish the 2025 moleskin, which is this one. The new year starts on this page, but I will show you what the opening page for that is. I like to kind of separate, like if I do start a new year, I write down the new year so I know like where I start. But this is 2026 page. I usually scan these and put them on my blog. I don't have everything. I really recommend other people to do stuff like this. Keeps your mind busy. You can make use of things that you already have. The act of like arranging things that you like. Yeah, just very therapeutic. It's fun to just have like a catalog of all the stuff that you've made in a year. So one book is 1 year, da da da, and I just have like I have a stack, and I still have this much. I keep everything. Also bags, stationery that I save. This is some early 2000s Arina Tanamura stationery, and sometimes I use this as like a backdrop. Okay, camera died. I don't even remember what I was talking about before. So the next set of keychains I want to show. These are actually I think these are my favorite ones that I got, to be honest. Look at that design. And they have a little bell. And I like that they're called flower fawns. Look at this packaging. They had these in every color. They had them in blue, green, yellow. And I just got the pink and the classic brown. The next one that I got is a really unique one. Small glass with, I don't know if you can see that. See that? Isn't that amazing? And then 2 little fawns. Super cute and quaint. And they're so cute. And they had other variations as well, but I had to kind of calm down because whenever I checked out, the lady kind of had a reaction from like all the stuff that I got. I totally wanted to get every single variation of this one though. And they have these cute little collars with fruits. This one has a cherry, strawberry, and a little ice cream cone, and it's so cute. So that's the keychains. Now I also got other miscellaneous things. I got this super cute felt fawn. It reminds me of those calico critters that are also super soft and fuzzy. And I have the perfect spot to put this. I also got a glass little figurine, and I actually collect mini animal glass figurines, which you could always find at antique malls all across the US. And I also have a really nice spot to put this as well. And last but not least, this guy. Inflatable toy that's meant for like children. You pull it with this string. It has wheels and you just kind of pull it. I love anything that's inflatable. Of course, I had, growing up, those inflatable plastic chairs, if anybody remembers those from like the early 2000s, which was like my favorite thing ever at the time. Of course, I love anything inflatable. I actually have this set up next to the CRT TV, so I'll show that to you in a little bit. I got an inflatable beetle. And here in Japan during the summer, kids, they take care of little beetles or bugs, and they have them in these cute little cages. And that's just like part of the child's experience here. And I always thought that was so cute. And they would sell these plastic inflatable beetles. I finally have one. And this is it. I love this thing. Is it weird? I don't care. I love this thing. It looks good. It's a beautiful color. It's actually shaped like a beetle. It has these goofy, wonky eyes, but I just have it here in the tatami room, and I'm like, I have it hanging from the ceiling, and I just love looking at it. And sometimes when the sun shines through the plastic, it like projects a beautiful red, pinkish light. And then at night, when I have the lamp on, it bleeds through a very nice, pretty pinkish color. So I love this thing. So yeah, as you can tell, I love inflatables. So I wanted to show this one off. What a goofy little thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do with some of my goodies that I've gotten. I'm gonna drink the rest of this. Oh, okay, not related to anything, but I wanted to show you a recent gacha toy. Okay, are you obsessed? It's a super fat, fuzzy hamster. It looks like it's trapped and is trying to get out. How adorable. Look at him. He's huge. And I got another one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to use these new goodies as decoration. So first things first, this little guy, I put him right here. He goes here. And there's his little bell. It's really bright out. And that's where I put him, next to the CRT TV. It just looks good there with the pink. This fabric here that I found at a kimono shop, they had like yards of this fabric, and I always thought this design was super cute, so I use it as a table runner. I'm gonna put my new acquisition right here. Let me go ahead and show you the vintage Kewpies that I have. And yes, I collect all the hamster gacha toys. They're so cute. And I also have more right here. My friend got me the Gloomy Bear right there. And yeah, CD collection. It's not super organized right now, but yeah. And right here is kind of like the table centerpiece, just various pretty things. These are all vintage. Some are antique. These little Moomin gotchas. This one does not want a stand. But that's Moomin Papa and the Moomin Mama. And she's so cute. Anyway, so I have this. There's my incense. Right now I'm using this Japanese sandalwood and frankincense, which I love. And I put my little hamsters right here. So there's one. And then there's two. And when I'm eating or whatever, I just like them looking at me like that with their beady eyes. And my little felt cutie, as you can see, I already have one right there. That one's a vintage one. And this I got at an antique mall in the US. It's from the 1950s. Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna put this little guy there. And it looks super, super cute right there. I love it. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I plan to make more videos in the future.